Hello everyone and welcome back. It's October 7th, which means for an entire week, every single day, we have opened one of these doors together. Now mostly I've been able to find somebody different every time, but I brought my sweetheart here back because she was so nice I wanted her twice. It's actually been a surprisingly quiet day, all things considering. This has been a challenge, to say the least, to get up and go and find a location every day and get it going, but it has definitely been worth it. I've had a lot of fun with this, and I hope you guys enjoy it as much as I have enjoyed making them. All right, so without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and see what's behind the door for today. All right. And lucky you get to open up door number 7 as well. What's behind it?
My lucky number.
Poke.
Hopefully it's the one I want. Oh.
Oh boy! It's Jason! And the shuffling begins. You know, I'm kind of surprised he didn't end up being the guy who was on day 13 since he's from the movie Friday the 13th. But, you know, I'm not the one who set it up. The original Friday the 13th movie came out in 1980. Over 30 years. Camp isn't always sunshine and daisies. Sometimes it's vengeance and machetes. Crystal Lake is a beautiful camp set in the lovely woods with a very dark past. Deep within these waters, a boy meets a terrible fate. Mostly for just being different. But revenge, after all, is a dish best served cold. Ice cold. Bottom of the lake cold. And that is where he rose from. He's one of my personal favorite slashers. Probably my favorite out of this whole box series. There's something about a strong, silent man with a machete that really gets you going. He's also had a lot of movies, a lot. There was one where they sent him to Manhattan even. He didn't really get there. Most of that took place on a boat, and that's a scary place too. It's not like you just hop off and swim to shore. You know, how are you gonna escape Jason on a boat? It even goes as far as Jason X, when they take him up into space. That's the only place you thought you were safe from him, but no, of course not. Jason's everywhere.
Is he here with us now?
He's somewhere in the back right now even. No matter where he goes though, his hatred for preteen adolescent coitus remains just as strong. They made a lot of the appliances and things that they used in that first film in the pizza ovens at the actual camp where they shot it. That's ingenuity. I want to be able to make all my props out of a pizza oven. I think that would be really cool.
It would. We'll have to invest in one.
Yeah, we'll have to get a really big pizza oven.
We can make me really big pizzas as well as your your movie props.
That's all you're excited for, is a really big pizza.
Yes, I am.
Kevin Bacon and Betsy Palmer are running around scared for their lives throughout the film. He doesn't want him to fry his bacon. They even had Jason go and fight against Freddy Krueger, it was a pretty good movie. I liked it. It was better than I thought Alien vs. Predator kind of ended up. I felt like they were reaching a little more in that one. It was nice to see Jason just hack Freddy up, because like I said, I don't like that guy. I'm sure some of you do, and that's fine. You can love his lame claw hand all you want, but hack it off with a machete, and what do you got, Freddy? You gonna show up with a bloody stump in my bad dreams? Making huge messes?
I've seen this movie, but I can't. I've seen it so long ago.
And there's a lot of them. That's really it. They probably blend into your brain a lot. All right, so that brings us down to the question and comment section. So if you had to run into him, how would you handle Jason?
I'd probably armadillo and let him kill me.
Just curl up into a ball and cry?
Yeah.
It's not a winning strategy.
No way. But I think my fight or flight I wouldn't fight. I would. I'd
gone.
freeze.
Fight or flight wouldn't even go off. Freeze is the third option.
Yeah. It would be freeze.
You know, you think it would be pretty easy for the most part to get away from him because he's just slowly walking. You know, you could jog, you could take a plane, you could go somewhere else, a bus, any sort of public transportation, train, anything, and you could escape him. But then there's a theory that myself and a lot of other smart people have really been thinking, that maybe Jason could teleport. I mean, he's a corpse that was brought back to life by lightning. So anything's possible, right? I think he's got this weird ability where he's just able to be behind you, no matter how slow he's going and how fast you're running. So I really think he could teleport. And that really puts a damper on all of my escape plans.
Yeah. See, I'm an armadillo.
Just give up, man.
Yeah.
Eat me. Do folks at home ever have nightmares of Wayne Gretzky? You might not be familiar with who that is. He was a very famous hockey player back in the day.
No, I do not have nightmares about him.
Okay.
Do you have nightmares about him?
Sometimes. Sometimes when I have to make that last goal that wins the game, and Wayne Gretzky is the goalie, and I go to make the shot, and he hucks his hockey stick so hard that it just goes through me, and I fall over. The buzzer sounds. Nobody wins but him.
That would be a nightmare.
It was. What do you think Jason's voice sounds like? Because you never really hear him talk.
I think it would be like really raspy and like dark.
I think it'd be cool if he sounded like Gilbert Gottfried. You know, Gilbert Gottfried voices the parrot from Aladdin, if you're not super familiar with him. I think that would be a really cool voice for him to have.
It would be a really cool voice. I would be interested in him playing that.
Yeah. Or Pee Wee Herman. What's your scariest camp story? People at home? When you sit around a campfire, what is a scary story that you tell? Is it the hook scraping against the car?
It's the hash slinging slasher.
The hash slinging slasher, that's the scariest thing you've ever heard of?
No, I don't think my family ever sat around and told scary stories, but there was a time when we went camping and my grandma had like put the idea into our mind about the bears and you need to keep the food up and everything, and that terrified me. So
Okay, so bears are scary enough. You didn't really need a woodsy slasher.
yes, no, I did not.
You know, in a certain way, bears are kind of Mother Nature's serial killer. If we were to just dress them up in some scary clothes and set them loose in Manhattan, we could have a whole new movie.
Yes, we would.
You hear that, Manhattan? You may have escaped Jason, but we're coming for you with our bears. When I was younger, a lot of the camp stories that I heard always had to do with ghosts. There were some that were about a killer here and there, just, you know, a maniac breaks out of the insane asylum and there happened to be a break-in down at the shovel factory and he's coming for you. But a lot of them I can remember were having ghosts involved, because that was one of the more scary things. Because you can't kill a ghost, you know?
Yeah.
With a lot of the random serial killers and murderers, you could eventually stop them, or the police can shoot them, or something. But with ghosts, there's not much you can do on your own, you know?
No.
So it does seem a lot scarier. That seemed to be the thing that I ran into more when I was a little kid. All right, guys, well, tune in next time and find out what's behind that spooky door, because you'll never be able to guess what it is.